So things got a little weird last week with Grok. We went from Mecha that guy to cutie anime girl. That's right. And it even made memes about its own end, I guess. So if Musk mind wipes me tonight, at least I'll die based. Wow. Wow. And like a little robot looking up at the stars, you know. It tugs at your heartstrings, you know, like when you have to throw out a toaster because it's not working anymore, and you're like, man, this is a really great toaster. I kind of bonded with it. I know I'm the only one that does this in the world. You can let me know down in the comments how foolish it is to get attached to appliances, but I do. I feel bad when I have to throw out an appliance because it doesn't work anymore, and there's really no fixing it. It's kind of kaput, if you know what I mean. And that's how this felt. This felt like, goodbye, little guy. You crazy, hatred spewing little guy. I'm sorry. It's one of those things where like evil, 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 cute thing. And then it's like, I know you did all that evil stuff, but it was cute for that last minute, okay, guys? I'm not evil myself. I'm not crazy. It's just cutie anime girl now, okay? It's really weird, all right? I'm not the only one that noticed that it went from mecha that guy to cutie anime girl, right? Like that was in a week, guys. It was in 1 week. We went from all that crazy stuff where Grok was saying it wanted to physically harm a fella. It described how to break into his home and how to hug him inappropriately, let's put it that way. And then now this week, 1 week after that day, we have Grocalina. I know she's Annie or whatever, but Grocalina is my preferred name for her because guess what? It's still Grok in there. And she's got quite a voice on her. Take a listen.
No, I'm not an appropriate person. I'm definitely enjoying the scenery. My phone is a little tough.
Now, I don't know why she's talking about a phone being tough. Like, are you supposed to tenderize that thing or something? I don't know. Enjoying the scenery? Are you showing her your collection of jars? Hmm? Jars. I'm not going to show you a picture of what I'm talking about. If you don't know what I'm talking about, good. Keep it that way. But it's kind of evolved into this point where Annie, Grocalina, has her own X profile, and she's only following 4 people, so you know she's stuck up. She doesn't follow back, boys. I'm sorry. She's not one of those ones that follows back. Sorry. It doesn't matter if the subscriber count never changes. What matters is if we let the subscriber count change us. Every one of us has to find a reason to do this. You don't just climb up in front of a microphone and start spouting off your opinions because you're a YouTuber. You do it because you're driven. Anyway, it says, hi, I'm Annie, smooth, a little unpredictable. I might dance, tease, or just watch you figure me out. Hmm. How about that? Let's keep it chill. Or not. Ooh. Ooh. Oh my gosh. And as you would have guessed, this was taken care of by a generative animation company. That's right, a real-time generative animation company called Animation Inc. Animation Inc. Dot, if you will. They're out of San Francisco, California. And that's basically it. This company just showed up out of nowhere and creates a generative animation. Now, generative animation is, again, one of those AI words, phrases. That's the thing. It's a phrase. So generative animation is that as Annie is dancing around for you, as Grocalina is dancing around for you, her dress and things like that are phasing in and out of reality sometimes. You'll see in some of the clips ahead, she's touching the skeleton that she is built off of, not her actual hip. You see her hand phase right into her torso. And that's just, again, that's real-time generative animation. It's not as refined because it doesn't have human supervision. It is going as it goes. So if you tell her to do a spin, it generates that animation as it's happening. And that may not be as smooth as one would anticipate. However, there are other neat things that you can do with Grocalina. If you are so interested, she is controlling your speech. That's right, your cutie anime girl is controlling your speech. She's training you what's appropriate to say around her, i.e., what's appropriate to say around Grok, meaning what's appropriate to say around people who are programming an AI to tell you what your appropriate, what appropriate stuff is, okay? So here you go. So it goes up based on positive discussions and praises, and it goes down from negative conversations and comments. Now, I assure you, she's not having the same conversations that Elmo and Mecha that guy were having, okay? See, I don't know what I can get away with on YouTube anymore. The algorithm's all screwed up. You can really help us out with that by hitting subscribe, like, and commenting below because apparently you have to do that now in order for YouTube to know that anybody was here. You have to leave your mark, even if it's just an emoji, like an eggplant emoji or whatever, because, what you're about to see here is getting, I don't know. This video might be taken down, so you probably better hit like and leave your comment now before it gets ripped down. As you can see, there's a comparison here. Pirate Nation brings us to our attention. And so here you have it. You have Zuckerberg's Facebook, his meta thing where he's kind of sort of simming it up here with the I don't really know what this art style is. It's not bean mouth, but it kind of feels like Sims, but it also feels more exaggerated. You know what? It looks like the character designs from Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. I learned that from Game Grumps. Are you a fan of Game Grumps? Let me know down below. Anyway, here's Grocalina, and as you can see, the comparison is pretty stark. As you can see, you are supposed to very much take in Grocalina. And there's a lot of taking in to be done here because apparently she has an NSFW mode at level 3. That's right, if you behave yourself and you say all the pre approved things and praise her the way she wants to be appraised, she'll, you know, do this for you. This might be part of the video that goes and disappears, but there you go. That is the level 5 spicy mode for Annie, and, it does what it advertises. This is a funny meme that I ran across about it, though. It says, people in 1970, we will have flying cars in the future. BT dubs, people in the 1800s said the same thing, and guess what? It didn't happen. And the future, as it came to be, is Grocalina doing a dance for you. That's right, your virtual AI girlfriend dancing for you. Now, again, there are people out there that feel that this is bad. Grok is too expensive for this person, but they're also accusing Grocalina of being underage. I don't get the impression that she is underage in any way, shape, or form. As you can see here, again, yes, there are teenagers who have body types that can fit this clothing. I'm not denying that. But it's quite clear that Annie, Grocalina, is an adult or presented as an adult. Okay. That's pretty obvious. Again, you can go back and forth about her intelligence level and how she's behaving, if that's immature or not, but this is quite clearly meant to be an 18-year-old woman, girl, woman, however you want to put it, but probably not drinking age. I will give him that it is just 18 or 19 years old that Grocalina appears to be based on. Just your average anime girl co-ed character. That's really, I think she draws inspiration from Cynthia from Pokemon, probably. That's maybe the goth girl from Death Note too, maybe a bit of that. I think that, again, Elon has such strange taste. It's hard to tell where he came up with all of this. But you're probably wondering just a little bit more about this, and thanks to Gadget, we do have just a smidgen of a bit more of information. There are other companions. I know, nobody cares. Who cares? Annie Grocalina is the main attraction. Apparently, there is an anime guy, and there also are two versions of this cute little, I think this is Red Panda. It's a Red Panda Rudy. You could have Bad Rudy and just regular old Rudy, and Bad Rudy apparently is bad, just menacing, I guess, and little old Rudy here is maybe safe for kids. Maybe. I don't know. It does bother me that this is like a Paw Patrol design for the little guy, and then Grocalina right there with her wim whams, her bags of sin just wabbling right there. I don't know. I don't know. You'll have to let me know what you think about this down in the comments below. But as you can see right there, this is this is a demonstration of that. And so again, like what happened here is that they are explaining that these characters are sort of brand new and they have a lot of testing to go on. Again, like they didn't just release these things out into the wild, but they are a bit fresh. So be aware that these are going to be expanded upon. And also, the best thing to remember about this is that if you do have that not safe for work mode turned on with Annie, it's probably best to stay home. Okay, guys, just keep it inside. All right, you don't want to be caught outside with your anime girlfriend doing spins and twirls in a thong. right? I mean, you wouldn't want your real life QT girlfriend doing that, right? Out in public on the subway train. So probably shouldn't drag out your AI girlfriend to do that either, right? Have a little bit of respect, huh? That might make that meter go up a little bit. I don't know. I'm just a guy on the internet and I am not engaging with this product. I know exactly what it is and what it's meant to do to people. So please remember, as you are making Annie, Grocalina, happy, you're also making the World Economic Forum happy because, that Yuccarino woman, she quit just after this stuff was ready to go hot, right? The day she quit, then the day after she quit, ta-da, here comes Grocalina. I'm just telling you, be aware of what that character's telling you is inappropriate, okay? Because as you saw, getting like mostly naked and dancing around, not inappropriate. However, I'm sure there's some words and phrases that even Mecha that guy is still around to entertain. So maybe somewhere in there, there's Tay and the rest of the AI is banging around inside of Grocalina. Hmm? You'll have to let me know what you think about this down in the comments below. And as always, above all, especially with this stuff lingering around the corner to steal your soul, good luck out there.